Well, we have some pretty high expectations. Coming in, being our fourth year, last year we feel that we had a breakout season, if you want to call being a third-year program having the ability to have a breakout season. But this year our people are poised and ready. We returned, I think, our entire roster from last year, which broke numerous school records, and we're ready to take that tag off of us of being a young program and changing that to being a good program. We have conference expectations this year. We have national expectations this year. And, everybody across the board, jumps, throws, distance, middle distance, sprints, hurdles. Everybody's kind of in line right now. We open up this weekend at West Virginia, and I know there's a lot of anxious people out there ready to compete. And this will be a good opportunity to see where we need to fix up some things and see where we're good, and kind of go from there as we look to next weekend at Kent State, where we really want to put some good performances together.
All right, so following cross-country season, why don't you tell me about a couple of your top runners?
Well, on the guys' side, we obviously have our #1 runner that ran for us every cross-country meet this year, Cody Lancaster. Coming off a great cross-country season where he PR'd big time in the 8K, ran 26:03 for us this year. We've got some pretty big plans coming up in the next 2 weeks to open up the season at Kent State for him in a 5K. We think that by the time it's all said and done, this year he could run in the 15 flat range, which would give him a legitimate chance to score at the conference meet, indoors and outdoors, for the 5K. In addition, we have Kyle Griffith coming back. He redshirted the cross-country season. He was our top 5K man last year indoors for us, ran 15:44. He seems to be coming along off an injury pretty well. And while he probably won't race before Christmas, we're looking to get back into the swing of things. He's back up into the 60s or 70s for his mileage already. So racing once we get back in January will be a no doubt sure thing for him, which would be nice for everybody to have a guy who I consider pretty much our leader back for us after missing the cross-country season with injuries. So.
All right, so you had 2 kids last year finish All-American in the outdoor season. Kind of tell me first what you expect from them moving forward this year.
With both of them returning, we expect a lot of good things. With Chris, we expect him. Honestly, there's a chance that he could be a 7-event national qualifier this year. He just missed qualifying in the 100 last year. He's on our 4x4. He was on our 4x1. Both of them almost qualified last year. So he could end up with indoor being a 60-meter, 200-meter, and 4x4 national qualifier, and then outdoor the 100, 200, 4x4, and 4x1. So we're really excited about having him back. Ethan, being a 400 hurdler, he's also on that 4x4 relay. Expect a lot of big things out of him. We're going to try to get him, obviously, the 4x4 for indoor, but also the open 400 for indoor, and then the 400 hurdles again, and the 4x4 for outdoor. And then he was also on that 4x1, so we'll see if he can still keep his spot on that 4x1.
Who are some of the other top sprinters on the team?
Some of the other top individuals would probably be Isaac Snyder, Ethan's twin brother, Quentin Harley. Both Isaac and Quentin were less than a second from qualifying for nationals in the 400 hurdles, so we're going to have a very, very strong 400 hurdle contingent this year. We'll also be returning Joe Lockard, who is a member of our 4x1, and our entire, like I said, our entire 4x1's back, our entire 4x4 is back. And we've also added some freshmen. Jordan Whitner is going to be on our 4x4 for indoor. His twin brother Jason is going to be running the 2 and the 4 for us, or the 1 and the 2, I'm sorry. And so it's going to be good. There's a lot of others on the guys' side that I'm sure I'm missing, but it's a good group. As far as on the ladies' side, we return our entire 4x1 that was about a half second from qualifying in the 4x1. Andrea Boyd is the leader of that. She was our MVP last year. She was 0.04 of a second from qualifying in the 60-meter hurdles last year for indoor, and then was, I believe, 0.2 of a second from qualifying in the 100-meter hurdles, and less than a half second in the 100-meter dash for qualifying for nationals. So she's a big one that we're returning back. Colleen Bednar, Caitlin Holland, and Whitney Johnson were the other members of the 4x1. All three of them return, and expect them to compete at a very high level this year. We've also got some other freshmen that came in, and a very, very talented group. Caitlin Perrell is returning from injury last year. She didn't compete for us at all, but she's back this year. So we've got a great group. Really excited about this year.
This season we have a few incoming freshmen. Jamil Dudley is our top high jumper. Last year in high school he jumped 7'1", and so he'll be hopefully winning our conference for us and then going to nationals. Another incoming freshman, Isaac Reed. He's jumped almost 46 feet in triple jump, so he'll be a top competitor in the GLIAC and hopefully aiming towards nationals. Another freshman, Katie Davis, for high jump, so we'll have 2 female high jumpers at almost 5.5 feet. Returners, we have Colleen Bednar is our top returning long jumper, and Eric Klukar in the pole vault. He's jumping about 16 feet, so he's aiming towards nationals. And we got a few other triple jumpers, long jumpers, some new pole vaulters, and a couple other high jumpers. And we have 2 male multi-event guys now, 2 guys for the multi, so they're practicing a bunch of different events, getting ready for conference.
Our top throwers will probably be Anthony Trozzi and Nick Green on the men's side, and then on the women's side, Taylor Williams. Anthony's a sophomore this year, so still relatively new to collegiate throwing, but he's picked it up really well last year, especially in the weight throw and the hammer. So we're looking for him to have a pretty good indoor season in the weight. Nick Green, just a freshman, big strong kid, just trying to work his way into the new weights, going from a 12-pound shot to a 16-pound shot's a bit of a difference, but he's picked up on it really well. We also look for him to do well in the weight this year. On the women's side, Taylor Williams, she's our thrower. So we expect her to really do some good things this year. Probably set several school records if everything goes according to plan. And she's been working really hard. So.